The light is green. Here we go in Springfield. Daniels trying to grab the whole shot. He's got the 48 sneaking up the inside now. It's Jeffrey Carver Jr. taking the lead.
Carver able to hole shot this one just like he did that mission challenge. Trent Lowe in second. Dallas Daniels, look at that. The three of Briar Bauman from the back row already in the wheel tracks of Daniels.
That is our points leader sitting back there, fourth and third. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Daniels. He swings up the inside, goes by Lowe. Now he's trying to go by Carver. Carver goes in the corner a little bit deeper, and here comes the three of Briar Bauman.
Look at Bauman able to make a draft pass there on Trent Lowe into the corner. That's the first time we've seen that today. He's actually been able to pass down the straightaway. He is making a mission to the front. Oh my goodness, already going by Carver. Briar Bauman second row to leading almost the first lap.
Briar means what he's got. Here comes a three bike. They were a dead heat across the line. Oh, the 19 of Ott has troubles, puts his hand up. He's trying to get out of the way.
Briar Bauman going to hope and pray that he and Jeffrey Carver can break away from the rest of the field. They have the most experience in this lead group other than Brandon Robinson, but he is a lot deeper in the field. These two are the only ones that can help each other right now.
Carver goes really wide on the front straightaway, up against that front straightaway wall. That opens up the door. Here comes the three. Briar Bauman leads the Springfield mile.
Carver slots back in behind Briar. Is he going to elect to go by, or is he going to try to help push? He has to go by, but it's going to be Dallas Daniels, the double draft, taking the lead.
32 Essence Yamaha goes to the lead. He passes both riders at the same time, goes into the lead. Now into turn number 4. Still the 32 of Daniels. The 123 of Carver, the 3. The 48 and the 59 of Drain up there in 5th.
Jeffrey Carver, he said it yesterday, he's really trying to make different moves, keep these guys guessing, but we're so early on in this main event with still 10 minutes left to go as Trent Lowe looks to keep up with this lead group. Right now it's 4 guys and Tom Drain's the 5th one. And I really believe yesterday the 92 of Price was the catalyst in that race, really causing Briar Bauman to go from 2nd and potentially the overall all the way back to 5th and 4th overall. But Dallas Daniels controlling this one around. Trent Lowe and Declan Bender touch right there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but the 48 and the 70 bike both touch. That's going to give the 32 a little bit of breathing room going into turn number 1. Here comes Briar Bauman back into 2nd. So smoke has been coming out of the 3 bike. He has been black flagged. There's some more smoke as he lays over into that corner. It's probably that same seal that was having problems with earlier in practice and qualifying. On to the front straightaway. Will he see the black flag?
Yeah, he's going to see the black flag this time, I would imagine. Maybe not. He's tucked into the right side of Trent Lowe. They've got the board up reading the number 2 and Briar Bauman, I believe. It's Briar Bauman.
He gets out of the way, but he almost takes out the number 70 bike of Declan Bender.
Brandon Price there as well, and he waited until that 2 lap to go.
Wiles marches way up there. He's up to 4th. I don't know if he's got anything for the top 3. Trent Lowe up the inside. The Honda goes back out in front. It has been since 1998 since a Honda has won the Premier Class. Trent Lowe, he's got a gap. The 32, what happened there?
I don't know, Scotty. He pulled a huge gap, and this could be big enough. If Trent Lowe can absolutely burn this lap off, he could. No, Dallas Daniels launches off that corner, Scotty. I would say Dallas is trying to break the group up, but he just must have made some sort of mistake down there in 3 and 4. He can maybe run away with this thing, but right now it's going to be Daniels taking the lead back up the inside. Is it 2? No, Trent Lowe takes a look back. The whole group's coming with him.
Yeah, the 32 caught him. The Trent Lowe is looking back. Now this 92 is there. Trent shaking his head a little bit.
Oh, so what he's doing there, he's shaking his head because Dallas is going off the corner a lot slower than Trent. Trent's got more pace through the corner,
Here comes
but
the
Dallas
92.
is blocking him.
Sorry about that, Colby. The 92 snuck a peek up the inside. Here comes the 92, the 911, down the back straightaway.
All right, I'm thinking Trent Lowe needs to try to burn it off around the outside of Dallas Daniels. Dallas Daniels, whether he's doing it on purpose or not, he's backing these guys up in the corner. Trent Lowe has more exit speed. You saw him shake his head a few laps ago. He needs to try to go either under him going into 3 or go around him because Dallas Daniels has the fastest bike to the line.
1 mile to go. Can Dallas Daniels go back to back? Trent Lowe in 2nd. Here comes Price. And Bender is there now. Bender out of nowhere gets up to 4th. Last lap, Colby.
The urgency is here now. What is Price going to do? He knows he has to take a shot. But the most important one's Trent Lowe. He's going to try to pull off to the inside. Is he going to be able to finish the draft? Yes, he is, Scotty.
The 48 Honda goes to the lead. Can Trent Lowe and the Honda win the Springfield mile? Into turn number 4, the 48 bike. We saw the emotion yesterday. Here he comes. He's got a bit of a gap back to the 32. Onto the front straightaway. Trent Lowe leads the gang at the line. Who is it? Trent Lowe wins the Springfield mile.
The Honda, Scotty.
Wow. Yeah.
He did it perfectly, Scotty. He knew what he had to do. He was frustrated with the corner speed of Daniels. He gets it done. Trent Lowe wins the Springfield mile.
Tadman, Drain, Bruner, and Coast on that front row. Light is green. Here we go. The 10-minute clock has started into the first corner. The 59, another hole shot by Tom Drain.
Drain picks up every single hole shot we have had this weekend, but right behind him is Cage Tadman. A better start than he had in that challenge earlier on, but he's got Bruner right behind him. How quickly are these guys going to attack Tom Drain?
You have to do it immediately, I would think so he doesn't get too far out in front. Drain leads him into turn number 3. Here comes the 228, and now up to 30 is Bruner. Here comes another Honda sneaking up there. That's going to be Jared Lowe on the 63. Chad Coase gets back into that 4th position, but he slips wide.
So they can non-verbally indicate their go time strategy. They're putting that into place right now. They wouldn't detail further to me what that go time strategy was, but they do have some non-verbals in place for this very moment on track.
Very good point. We've seen some signals already by the 49 bike. As we talk about it, Drain gets past for the first time in this main event. Drain back up the inside. Coase goes back to 2nd. Here comes one of the Turner Hondas going into 4th. We got a bunch of riders breaking away in this lead group.
Yeah, this is very different here, but Drain's he doesn't even go in the draft at all. He just elects to go down the straightaway and drag race these guys. Let's see how many he's able to get by. Not a lot of them.
A 10-rider breakaway, 1 rider trying to keep him right there in his sights. That's the 55 of Raggio. Now Podorf is up there too. Coase slips wide. Tadman goes to the bottom of the racetrack. A little different strategy between the two teammates.
Look at that. Cage Tadman all the way around the bottom, getting his weight back as quick as he can. He's a lot more sideways than these riders, but he's been doing that all weekend, and he's still able to get the drive while doing it. Drain back to 3rd place now.
It was 10 just a moment ago, so 2 riders have caught up and made it a 12-way breakaway. Throw a big blanket over the top 12.
There was a lot of strategies going into this race, but none of them worked when you have this many guys in line, because you're just constantly fighting and scrapping to get to the front. You might want to sit there behind Tom trying to attack him last night. You cannot, because you will just keep getting attacked from the back, so you just have to keep scratching and clawing your way to the front.
At the line, it was Drain, but now Bruner goes to the front. Here comes Fanders, the 83 up the inside, the shortest way around, but he runs out of momentum right there and slides back to 3rd.
Yeah, as Cage Tadman slides a little bit farther back as he almost gets up into the wall. Tom Drain back to the point, but we've got Raggio from the LCQ all the way up in this group as well.
Side by side for the lead. Bruner's going for it. Bruner up the inside. The Turner Honda goes to lead. Coase goes around the outside. Drain gets split down the back straightaway. Here comes Chad Coase all the way around the outside to lead.
Chad Coase has had the strongest ability around the outside, but the problem is right there you get hung out to dry. There's no one to draft with, and that's Tadman's problem the past few laps is he's had no one to draft with. He keeps going lower and lower on the straightaways.
Here they come off the 4th, the Springfield mile. Bruner gets back and leads them off the 4. Here comes 2 laps to go from Big P. 2 miles left. Drain back out in front. The 49 Chad Coase up the inside. Bruner, he goes back around the outside. Raggio from the last chance qualifiers up to 4th place. Here comes the 55.
Yeah, and Chad Coase trying to do something with Tom Drain. We got 2 laps left. We saw him attacking that last lap in the challenge race earlier on, but right now he's been attacking every lap he can. Right now, Drain will lead us the entire way. Is he starting to show something that he's been saving?
Here they come off of turn number 4. Drain, Coase. At the bottom of the racetrack goes Tadman, but Bruner gets back in 3rd. Jared Lowe in 4th. Fanders up there in that 6th spot. White flag is out. 1 mile remaining to Springfield mile.
Who is going to make the attack down this back straightaway? Bruner positions himself to try to be the one to draft by Drain. Tadman back in the fight now along the inside. He was back in 8th or 9th just a moment ago. It's going to be Bruner running in 2nd. Is he going to make the move? I think you have to draft by Tom Drain going into 3 here and make a big move down the front straightaway. It will be Bruner, Chad Coase as well.
Chad Coase trying to use the double draft pass, but it's Bruner into the final corner. Now in the middle of 3 and 4. The 21, Trevor Bruner in the lead. He's got the 59 right behind him. Here comes the 228, the 49. Off of turn number 4 at the Springfield mile. Drain goes up the inside at the line. Who's it going to be? It's the 59. Tom Drain wins the Springfield mile. Undefeated in the singles class on the weekend. The 59 is on a roll.